Air Transat is facing a possible class action lawsuit for alleged price gouging during the Air Canada strike. Passengers allege that while they were stranded due to the Air Canada strike, flight attendants at Air Canada, many had no choice but to fly home on other airlines. Carolyn Levine says Air Transat charged her and her husband close to $6,000 for two one-way flights from Barcelona to Montreal when their return fares with Air Canada cost them $2,500 for two tickets.
We flew back economy as we had originally booked, and we had to pay for luggage, which was just adding insult to injury. We had to pay for our bags, which were included in the Air Canada ticket. So it was really quite expensive. I mean, prohibitively expensive. I think it was more of an emotional decision. It was a lot of money. We looked at potentially going back a bit later, not much later, but a little bit later, and the fares were still, extremely high. And that is the reason for the class action. Air Transat took advantage of the vulnerability of people, of the need for people to get back. A lot of people didn't have options. They needed to get back for whatever reason. And I think that was certainly unfair.
Lawyer Joey Zukran says several people reported seeing Air Transat fares rise dramatically after the Air Canada strike began, and Air Transat's terms of carriage falls under Quebec's Consumer Protection Act.
In our view, this is the exact reason why the Consumer Protection Act has these measures in place to protect vulnerable consumers or consumers who are in a situation of vulnerability vis-a-vis a large corporation who obviously has all the bargaining power in that situation. What's very interesting about Air Transat is that their terms of carriage, so the contract both for international flights and domestic flights, stipulate, and this is Air Transat's lawyer, as I assume, who would have stipulated this, is that the Quebec law applies.
And the class action will apply to anyone worldwide who purchased a flight with Air Transat during the Air Canada strike.